Out of all the hit song lists on my TikTok, none quite spooked me like 2023. It's just a fascinating year for music, with most of the hits not being spectacular and a plethora of misses to round out the year. This was the hardest best list to make, and in other years, a lot of these songs wouldn't even make my lists. It was a big year for me though. This is when my TikTok really started to take off and I made it something I was really passionate about, music, movies, and everything in between. And I owe a lot to 2023. I just think that the ultimate best songs of the year didn't really make it towards the chart. This was a year for the indie girlies. This was a year for underground rap. This was a year where what made the charts did not always accurately reflect what people were listening to, which is a shame, but here we are. So today I'm going to be going through the top 10 best hit songs of 2023. I did my worst list a couple of months back, and I finally have my best list together. To be eligible, they have to have entered the Billboard year-end Hot 100 singles of 2023. They have that list at the end of the year that they do. As long as it's on that list, it's eligible to be on this list. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to the 10 best hit songs of 2023.
I just wanna rock, body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya.
No script for this one. I just want to talk about the highs and lows of my relationship with Just Wanna Rock. When it first came out, I listened to it as a song, and within the context of it being a song, it wasn't great. Like, I listened to it on Friday, the Friday it came out, and as like structurally, sonically, it's not the most appealing thing to just listen to in your headphones, just in general, like to listen to out of the blue. But the first time I heard this in a club, I understood the vision. I think there's something to be said for songs that are made specifically for that reason, and songs that aren't trying to be too much of high art, but more trying to be something that you can dance to and just sort of like forget yourself to. I didn't give this song enough credit when it came out, and I'm going to give it credit now, especially in a year where there weren't a lot of great hits. At least this one has the staying power in my brain to be memorable. I used to not like the fact that it was just like a minute song and then he just repeated the exact same song. Like, literally, like the first half of the song is the same as the second half of the song. I used to be very critical of that, but now I'm just sort of like, yeah, you want to hear it again? Here you go. No bridge, no like interlude in the middle of the song. Just straight up, like, we're doing this little section. It's a great section. It's an awesome section, and we're just gonna do it again. Uzi's someone who I've always been up and down on, but I believe that this was one of his best marketing and music ventures that he's done in a long while. So, glad this one made the charts, and yeah, we'll see what happens next with Uzi. Doja had a song on the worst list. Now she has a song on the best list.
Yeah, bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I paint the town.
The great thing about Paint the Town Red, and I think Doja's Scarlet era in general, is that it's just so fun. She's finally at a point in her career where nothing's going to be riding on an album. If any album was that album, it would have been Planet Her. But with Scarlet, she's just sort of able to spread her wings and continue to evolve as an artist. And it's wonderful to see that she still has that rapping that got her to stardom, but she's becoming more of an artist as well. The variety on Scarlet's insane, and as the hit single, I don't think she could have done much better than pushing Paint the Town Red. It definitely is the most radio friendly, and I will say I do like other songs on Scarlet better, but to hear this on the radio has not been a slouch to, like, constantly be hearing in my ear all the time. If any song is going to be overplayed, I'd want it to be something like Paint the Town Red, where you have a sample that's somewhat honored, the Dionne Warwick sample, which is great, and Doja's just infectious energy in her vocals and her rapping on the track. It's just phenomenal, and as the hit single, I think it was the perfect choice.
I don't know why I just said that.
I'm just dying to dance.
Baby, you can find me under the lights, diamonds under my eyes. Turn the rhythm up, don't you?
At number 8, we have, of course, Dance the Night from the Barbie movie. When it comes to Dua Lipa, I don't think her music is monotonous in a sense. It's just more samey, but that doesn't mean the same that she gives every time is bad. It's fucking awesome. Future Nostalgia was fantastic, and Radical Optimism was really good in bursts, and I think she's just cracked the disco code. Literally every Dua Lipa song is freaking enjoyable to listen to, and I love every single Dua Lipa song to a certain extent. That is a good thing. This means that a lot of Dua Lipa songs are going to make a lot of my lists because they're just really good songs. She's a fantastic songwriter, and this was the perfect song for that scene in the Barbie movie. And yeah, it sounds like other disco songs or other songs harkening back to disco of the past few years, but I'll be damned if it isn't freaking awesome. That's all I have to say about it. It's so fun, it's groovy, it's perfect for the Barbie movie, and that's why it lands at number 8.
I'm going to shoot this arrow right into your heart.
Okay, that's good. Maybe we could try a little more loving. Think Cupid.
No matter where you go or where you hide, love will find you. Love is patient, like a trained assassin. Fall in love now, damn it. Don't make me use this.
I'm not usually a K-pop fan, and especially in the past couple years with the K-pop that's been going on in the mainstream with your BTS or your Blackpink, it hasn't grabbed my attention, mostly because it's just felt sort of one note and kind of, I don't want to say lazy because there's so much work put into it, but sort of like lazy-ish. And with this, I think when you just go for fun in a song and just go for, such an innocent topic of having a crush and Cupid's arrow and sort of those themes, if you want to do those themes, this is the perfect song to do it in, because it's like you have disco elements, pop elements, you have a little bit of modern K-pop thrown in there, but it doesn't just feel like a carbon copy of a Dynamite or a Butter. It feels like it's become its own thing. And for any song to go viral last year, this was the song I'm glad went viral, because having to listen to this every few seconds while scrolling wasn't half bad. The best diss track you didn't even know was a diss track. TQG quite possibly brings the greatest Latin artist of right now and the greatest Latin artist of the 2000s and early 2010s together on a track with two powerhouses. But the best thing I love about this track is not that it's fantastic. That was a given when it was coming out, that it would be this good. What's awesome is that the entire song, they're just completely dissing their ex-boyfriends, PK and Anuel AA. It's actually hilarious if you break down the lyrics, because I know it's an emotionally complex time for them when they were writing these songs, but just to have these feelings put out on this type of song that's so wonderfully executed is just the icing on the cake. It's like the most fun listening to a track if you understand what they're saying, and it's you know, with Ovi on the drums as well, producing, it's just a feat. Two powerhouses together created a masterpiece, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Just look up the lyrics, man. They're awesome. Okay, two things to get out of the way. First, this song released in 2019, but only just got popular now, and it's probably one of her most best-selling songs at the moment. And also, in 2019, back when Lover came out, I was openly critical of Cruel Summer and pretty much the entire album. But growing to listen to it back when I started my channel and doing my re-reviews and stuff, I realized that there are a lot of songs on here that really scream almost pop perfection, and while I don't think Cruel Summer is pop perfection, the fact that this song made it into the charts, I'm extremely happy about. Me was a terrible lead single choice. You Need to Calm Down was not a terrible song, but a terrible second song choice, and she should have led with this one. Again, say what you will about Taylor Swift, she's an amazing songwriter, there's no doubt about that, and she taps into the psyche of her demographic so well, and her fans understand that, and she understands her fans. It's really hard to find fault with a song like this. It feels like she could have gone further, especially with the concept towards the back half, maybe making the bridge even bigger, but honestly, that's just me nitpicking. It's a great pop song, and it should be treated as
Now, close your eyes. Now, feel.
I used to float, now I just fall down. I used to know.
The fact that two songs from the Barbie movie are on this list is just a testament to the soundtrack curation efforts of Mark Ronson. And I think why this song means so much to people, and again, I can't speak for this, but just the emotional pull that it has and the emotions in the brain that it taps into once the piano starts. I found that scene in Barbie to be the scene where I finally started to tear up in the theater, and I saw it twice in the theater and teared up both times, even when I knew it was coming. That final scene with Ruth Handler and Margot Robbie's Barbie was just exceptional, and they showed all the different photos and the different videos of people who had sent in videos of girls and young women and old women, and this was just the perfect song to the perfect ending for one of my favorite movies of last year. And I have no words. It's just a beautiful ballad, and I love it so much.
Oh my God, it's Beyonce!
Beyonce continues to push out hit after hit after hit. And now that she's experimenting with more and more styles, it's just awesome to see her evolve even more as an artist. Like this year we saw her country sort of era, and last year was when she was really, really, truly, or I guess 2 years ago now, wow, was when she was really, really, truly getting into, like, you know, disco pop, electronic sort of DJ vibes, and Cuff It is the epitome of that. It honestly, I think it's better than Break My Soul, which was the lead single. And the thing about Cuff It is when you add the horn section in, when you add the bassline groove, it sounds like when you think of perfect pop song, that's exactly what Cuff It sounds like. It was made for the radio. It was made to be replayed. This is the magnum opus of, in terms of like what Renaissance represents, in my opinion. Of course, the entire album is phenomenal from start to finish, but I think Cuff It is spearheading that greatness. There had to be one of her songs on here, and of course it's gonna make the number 2 spot.
What's left of you? How am I supposed to tell you? I don't wanna see you with anyone but me. Nobody gets me like you. How am I supposed to let you go? Only like myself when I'm with you.
Now, I don't like to do repeat artists on these lists, so pretty much every single one of her other songs is on the honorable mentions. I just feel like that this one best represents her journey and SOS as a whole. It's such a beautifully heart-wrenching ballad that SZA just gets so down and vulnerable with herself, and it's just so beautiful to listen to. I remember my first time listening to it, I was like, well, this is the ballad of the year, nothing's gonna top it. And then my thoughts were confirmed when I saw her on her SOS tour back in February a couple years ago, and that was the best performance of the night. She just pours her heart out on this song, and her vocals are at a 10. The guitars and the production's at an 11, and it's just a marvel, and SOS is one of the best albums of the 2020s. So some honorable mentions before I move on to my number 1 song, which you might have already guessed. So for SZA, we have Snooze, Shirt, and Kill Bill. All 3 could have made this list. Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. I Remember Everything by Zach Bryan and Casey Musgraves. Lift Me Up by Rihanna. Area Codes by Kylie. Boys a Liar Part 2 by Pink Panthers and Ice Spice. Fuck You Mean by Gunna. And Where She Goes by Bad Bunny. And now, for the number 1 spot. I mean, you guys know what it is, so just roll it.
Broke bitch, high heel, 6-inch in the back of the nightclub, sipping champagne. I don't trust any of these bitches I'm with in the back of the.
This song is perfect in every sense of the word, in all aspects, from front to back, from top to bottom. And I've been following Ray for a long while, and she's always had the voice. Her voice has always been angelic, it's been beautiful, but what I love is that she's constantly pushing the boundaries, what music can be and what music can sound like. She's using her voice in all these different and distinct ways. She's just able to evoke an almost cinematic experience from her singles and her songs, and the entirety of My 21st Century Blues is a testament to that. She's just a phenomenal songwriter, a phenomenal singer, a phenomenal producer, and this is one of those songs that will remain timeless. Ray's entire beginning to middle to end part, 070, or however you say it, 070 Shakes, it's 070 Shakes verse at the end, under the backdrop of what was already said, is just beautiful. It has layers to it. It's almost like a piece. It's not just a song, it's a piece. And the fact that this just popped up and got so famous is just a testament to, how good music can change lives. And this song is just, it's not only the best hit song of 2023, it's one of the best songs of 2023, period. And I'd go as far as to put it in my top 20 songs of the year. So, yeah, phenomenal.